Welcome back to Mr. Key's Money Monday. This is the 50,000 plus account. This is if for those people that have some stocks they can sell some covered calls on. They got some money account already. Um, Try to keep it low for new people who get this, but this is July 27th, 2026. I understand the goal for this account is just to use stocks and money I have to generate 400 to 500 bucks a week cash flow by using options. Hopefully, I'm able to use this money to just buy more stocks and don't have to spend it for personal expenditures. I understand this is a journey of my account, and I share it with you for informational purposes only, not providing legal, financial services, or doing any recommendation for you to do these trades. This is just what you can do, and I'm just going to walk you through what I do. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you want to follow along. That being said, last week the Dutch Brothers trade, the Iron Condor. Last week I sold some covered calls and stocks I had, and I did an Iron Condor on Dutch Brothers. It didn't fill as an Iron Condor by itself. I had to put in the put script side and I had to put in the call side separately, and they got filled separately, and I'll show you how that was done in just a second. So I wasn't able to do it as one trade. I did it as two different spreads, and they got filled. And I got filled live account 50 cents, and the paper trade account actually got filled a little better. So I'll walk you through that. So looking at Dutch Brothers here, you can see we've got this nice big Iron Condor here. I did two contracts. We're risking 376 bucks because our spreads were only 250 apart. And since you're doing both the put side and the credit side, you don't have to have the money up twice. You only have to have the collateral up once, because it can't be up here and down there at the same time. So it's a way of maximizing your money, using the same 500 bucks and getting two trades out of that. So you can see in this one, it got filled 124. So a little better. In paper trade accounts, sometimes you get a better fill than you do in the live count. Just keep that in mind. All right, so first we're going to do a covered call on AG. In this account, I bought AG a year and a half ago, I don't know, something. And my cost basis is like $5. It's like way down here, $5.53. So this was a good buy before silver took off and this stock took off. And now it's way up here. So it had gone up to 20 something. It's come back down. Looking at the chart, probably follows along silver. So it depends on what you think silver is going to do. If you think silver is going to drop back down, then this could probably drop back down. If you think silver is going to go up, then or stay the same, then this stock's going to be right here. But since I bought it for 5 something, whatever that was, I don't mind selling it. So I'm going to sell a covered call. I'm going to go out, and I'm going to go out long term on this one. Usually I only go 30, 60 days, but I'm just going to place this trade, bring in some money right now, and not have to worry about it for a while. So I'm going to go all the way out to January 27th. That's half a year away. So go out here. I'm looking at, well, let's look at the probability cone, see what it says for us. We'll go out to all the way to January. I don't know if it'll go out to January for us. Could be way up there. I'm going to look at January. If I sell this I have a 28% chance of selling it out here at 25. Could just place it right there. Sell one of those. I only have 100 shares, so I can only do one contract. So I am selling one. January 15th, 27, that is 172 days away, and I'm going to put 108, see if I can get filled at that price. And that was a $25 call. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so confirm, send that, so I'm going to get $107 credit. All right, so we got filled in that, $107. All right. Now we're just going to do an Iron Condor on Berkshire. I would say Berkshire, however you want to pronounce it. Tomato, tomato. Do an iron condor on this. This is one of my favorite ones to do an iron condor on because for the most part it just sits in between a range. I've traded them way back here, and then we had this big run up here that I didn't do anything, but now it's just kind of wiggling right in here. So let's see if we can do an iron condor here. So an iron condor is doing a call credit spread on the top side and a put credit spread on the bottom side. You can see it's right in the middle of this range. It can go up, it can go down. You can see our RSI is kind of right in the middle, so this isn't overbought or oversold at the moment. So it's just a nice one I like to do. They do have earnings coming up, but usually earnings doesn't have too big of an impact on it. I guess it can. So we'll see what happens, but we'll just play it right in the middle and just think it's going to be right in the middle still. All right, so to place that, go trade. I'm not going to go to January. Was I doing August? No, I was doing September for this one. 53 days out, so I like to do between 30 and 60, so that fits that category. Looking for our delta, about 15. Could go a little bit lower, just to be a little more cautious. So I think on my call side, if we look at the chart and we look at where this is here, 455 could be the low point. Probability cone has it at 460, so we could go 460. A little extra safety, we can go 455. So let's see what the 455 gets us. A 455 spread there, probably 170. Split that, 190 something, maybe 20. We go here. So we'll play with these a little bit. We could go 460, we could go 455, right in there. And on the call side, I have the 540. Looking at 540, that gets us a delta of 9. Looking right in here to get possibly 30, 40 cents. Right on that. If I can get, again, like Dutch Brothers, if I can get 25 cents on the top side, 25 cents on the bottom side, that's 50 cents. Do a couple contracts, make $100. So we'll see what we got. So I'm going to go up here, hit Iron Condor, and Berkshire has trouble sometimes doing Iron Condor also. So we'll have to play with that. So let's click down here on the 455. And I'm only going to do 2 of these contracts. Sell the call. The call side, I want to go 540. 540. 545 on the top side. The bottom side, we were looking at the 455, so I would sell that one and I would buy the 450. All right, that says a 54-cent credit. Let's go and analyze that trade. Take out the 1 share stock I have. All right, that looks like a nice Iron Condor. Again, 2 contracts, we were risking $1,000. We get paid 108. Then we're right in between there. So I like that one. Let's see if I got this right. Write it down so I can make notes. 450 top part. So we got $100 in between there. So we'll see how that goes. All right, that's about what I like. Get 54 cents. Get to make $100. I'm going to send that in. Confirm and send. And again, I may have to play with that. I may have to do just the call side first and then the put side like I did for Dutch Brothers. We'll see. Oh, I didn't put it good to cancel. I should put good to cancel. Oh well. All right. So with that money, with the $100 we're making from this one, $100 we're going to make from AG, I want to go in and do something a little bit different. We're going to go in and I'm looking at H&R Block. Chart pattern here, if you're familiar with a cup, this looks like a big cup, and then a handle. And usually when a cup and handle forms, that's a bullish signal. This stock has been coming down. It could be that if it's on an uptrend, this is a bullish signal, but we'll play it this way. So I got a cup and handle, which means it could break out above this level right here, the same amount. And you can research, go on and Investopedia, Investopedia, I think is what it's called, and look up cup and handle, and it'll give you an explanation of what this is and how to play this and how to trade it. So from the bottom here to the top was about a 10-point spread. We were looking at 30 bucks up here, close to 40, so an 8-9 point spread. So theoretically, from here, once it breaks out, it could go up to 50. It could go right back up to here. Okay? Have earnings coming out. If they have good earnings, it could go up. Of course, if they have bad earnings, it could just fall right back down. So this is a risky play. Just taking a chance to see what could happen. And there's a couple ways you could play this. You could just buy a call and sell a call, do a debit spread, and make the difference between those two spots. And I looked at doing a 40-45 spread, and I'll show you that. Let's go in here, trade a vertical, and I could do a 40-45, and about there. And let's just take this down to one contract, and we can simulate this trade. Okay, take out the butterfly here. All right, so this would, whoops, this is a call. So I want to buy the call. Sorry, switch that. Want to buy the call, buy a $40 call, sell a $45 call, and if it, and change that. Why did I get November? Go back to August. All right, so go back to August here. So you're spending 275 bucks. If it climbs up here, you can make 225 bucks. If it gets above 45 by August 21st, that'd be after the earnings. You're assuming the earnings are going to come in good. It shoots up. You can make 225 bucks. So that is one option on it. The other option is this butterfly. This butterfly, if I do one, I'm risking half the money. So I'm risking 123 bucks, where on this, you're risking 275 bucks. And I think it's going to go up to 50. This one we were just thinking it's going to go from up above 45. So again, what's your estimate? What do you think it's going to do? If I think it's going to go up to 50, I can risk 123 bucks, which is what I made basically on the AG call, or the Berkshire Iron Condor. So using that money to speculate here. And if it goes up to 50, then I can make 375 bucks. So this I could make 225. This one I could make 376. Not likely that it's going to be right at that top. Could be a little bit lower, could be a little bit higher. So if I want to make that 200 bucks, we're looking between maybe here and here. That's 240 bucks. 250 bucks right in there. So with this, with the probability cone, it looks like it could get out there. So if I sit in that sweet spot, I could make more money, and I'm only putting 123 bucks up for, that's the most I could lose. If this thing doesn't get above 46 bucks, then the most I lose is 123. So I like that trade. I may do two contracts. I don't know. We'll do one in here, see how it goes. So 123. Let's do that one. Confirm and send. It's going to cost me 125 bucks. And we'll see if that one gets filled. So there you have it. Going into the trade journal, back in this. So in here, we did AG. We got a credit there for a covered call. And we placed that today, 7/27/26. And what do we get? 1.07. And that was going to expire on 1/15/27. So I don't have to worry about it for several months. And I did one there. Then we did the BRK. We got a credit there. We did a iron condor. Oops. Iron condor. We placed that one today. 26. And what did we get filled on that? Did that one get filled yet? Iron Condor Brothers, working orders. Not filled yet. We were looking at 54 cents on that one. So we'll see if that gets filled. That's working, that's working. So I'll wait and see what price we get filled at before I put it in there. That one was expiring September 18th. So 9/17/26. Oops, put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? 9/18/26. And we did 2 contracts there. So I'll wait and see what I get filled at there. And then for the HRB, this will be a debit because we're going to spend money. And I'm going to do where is a butterfly? Is butterfly on here somewhere? No, I'll just put custom 3. And we placed it on 7/27/26. And I'll wait to see when that one gets done. And I did that out for September also, correct? Yes, did that one out to September. So it gives it some time to get out there. If I was playing the other way, if I was playing that vertical spread, I'd probably go August. 9/18/26. And we're going to do 1 contract there. Alright, so I'll wait to see what I get filled on there, and then I'll put that in. So there you have it. We did a call on AG. We did an iron condor on Berkshire and did a butterfly on HRB. We'll see how that plays out. All right, have a good day. Bye.